It seems almost every game is being ported over to the Nintendo Switch, but I'm here to bring you 14 games that I think will never be seen on the Nintendo Switch console. Hey Nintendo fans and collectors, Lithium here from my channel Nintendo Collecting. This is just 3 of the 14 that I will talk about, just to give you a little taste of what's coming up in this video. Before I get too far into it though, be sure to enter this week's giveaway. It is for a Mario wallet that is new and a Mario keychain. All you have to do is comment below what is your favorite Wii U game, or what's a Wii U game that you hope gets ported over to the Nintendo Switch console that hasn't been ported over already. If you're familiar with Wii U games, something like Pikmin 3 got ported over to the Nintendo Switch. This is happening with so many game franchises and so many of the best games on the system. Even Mario 3D World just recently got ported over, and they added Bowser's Fury to it, which is fantastic. We have New Super Mario Bros. With New Super Mario Bros. Deluxe. They added Nabbit in and some more playable characters. You even have something that is a fantastic game like Mario Kart. We haven't had a new Mario Kart in 6 or 7 years. We've been playing the same Mario Kart 8. It is the best in the series. So I'm here to talk to you exclusively about games that are on the Wii U that I just don't think are going to be ported over to the Nintendo Switch. That means all of these games are out. These all had a port on the Nintendo Switch. Captain Toad Treasure Tracker, Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze, Pokken Tournament, The Wonderful 101, Tokyo Mirage Section Sharp FE, that is the way you pronounce it apparently. All of those got a port over. So what games are still left on the Wii U? Because there really isn't that many of them. I'm going to talk about 14, basically their first party titles that were released on the Wii U, and I'm hoping that sometime, maybe these come to the Switch, but I'm actually hoping they don't. If they stay on the Wii U, they're probably going to maintain more value, and some of these are made exclusively for the Wii U, and they work really well with the Wii U gamepad. I know the Switch does have the touch screen, so they could probably bring it over. I just don't think they'll bring these over at any point. To give you a quick overview, I've got a stack of 14 games here that are exclusive to the system. Really, it's a stack of 15, but Star Fox is here twice. And then 6 more games that are not exclusive, but I still think I need to talk about them. They might have also been ported to the 3DS, or they might just be HD remakes like the Zelda games from the Nintendo GameCube. All prices in this video are going to be in US dollars, and I'm going to get most of the prices from either price charting or from eBay completed sold listings, and all of the scores from the games are from Metacritic. First up is Game & Wario. This is a game that has exploded in cost recently over the past few years. I cannot believe how hard it is to find a copy of this game as well. I can't find one locally. That's what I'm trying to do. This one's still factory sealed, but I would love to actually get one opened like I had it years ago. Lent it to a friend, never really got it back. This has a Metacritic score of 61. It has a CIB complete in-box price of roughly $100 and a sealed price of like $140 and up. This is in US dollars. I got most of my prices from price charting, and I just think also if you want to look, probably looking at eBay completed auctions, sold auctions on eBay is the best way of doing things. So because this game has never been ported or released in any other way, and a lot of people are huge fans of the WarioWare series, this one's actually a lot of fun. Hysteria, 16 gamepad games, endless fun it says. It is just perfectly made for the Wii U, and for that reason I think it's highly collectible. It's one of the most collectible games right now on the Wii U console, especially considering it doesn't have a bigger box bundle or anything like that, and a sealed copy of the game's already at $140 and going up. It's not rare, it's just probably uncommon. Nintendo made a lot of their first-party titles, so I don't think it's incredibly rare. Again, you can probably find it if you hunt really hard. If you can find this game for less than $80, you're probably doing a pretty good job at finding something that's worthwhile. Next up might be the best Wii U exclusive that is left. This is Splatoon. Of course, Splatoon 2 is out on the Switch and Splatoon 3 is coming soon. I'm not sure if this is going to remain a Wii U exclusive forever. I could see eventually Nintendo, maybe on their next system, releasing Splatoon 1, 2, and 3 as a trilogy pack, but for now I think it's going to stay on the Wii U, and I don't think it's going to be ported over to the Nintendo Switch. This game got an 81 on Metacritic. It honestly deserves an A score. It's a blast playing it 4-on-4 multiplayer. There is is a small part of it that can be a single-player story mode, but it's not that robust as much as I would like it to be. So you can find this for a pretty inexpensive price right now, around $14 complete in box. There's not much to these games, by the way. This one complete in box is just viewing the electronic manual. Normally, a lot of these games don't have an e-manual, and I can't show you what it was like for Game & Wario because it was factory sealed, of course. And then there is a factory sealed copy that I do have of Splatoon. I picked this one up very recently. There is no better time than now to go after factory sealed Wii U games. I don't think they're ever going to be less expensive. I consider it a very low risk, especially considering the complete in-box copy of Splatoon is something like $14, and then a factory sealed one, US dollars, you can find it for around $35. I bought this one for $25. That's a great deal. Again, very, very low risk, especially considering if I do open this, I'm only really losing out on $10 to $20. So I think this game's going to double or triple over time. Within the next maybe 2 years, I can see it skyrocketing from $35 up to $100. Maybe by the time it's like 2023 or something like that. Really fun game, and yes, it might not stay a Wii U exclusive forever. It might eventually be on Nintendo's next system as a trilogy. Third, I'm going to talk about Nintendo Land. This game is a blast multiplayer. There are some games that are better than others. There's some single-player games, some multiplayer games, but I really do enjoy playing through Nintendo Land. This one frequently came with a system. You can see the black box system right up there. That one did come with Nintendo Land. It's called a deluxe set. The game's pretty inexpensive. First of all, it got a 77 on Metacritic. You can find this for less than $10. You can probably find it for around $7. Factory sealed, it's probably only around $20, maybe a little bit less, $18 to $20 factory sealed. Our personal favorites, my wife's and mine, whenever we play this together, we love playing Mario Chase. The Animal Crossing game, Sweet Day, is excellent as well. And then Luigi's Ghost Mansion, we play that a ton. But honestly, I like Metroid Blast. I like the Legend of Zelda one. It's a little bit kind of not really flushed out because, you know, it's a quick multiplayer game. Pikmin's Adventure is alright as well. And then there's 6 solo games here. My personal favorite is the Donkey Kong Crash Course if I'm playing single player. So really inexpensive game. I'm going to try and find this factory sealed. I don't have it yet. So anything around $15 to $20 factory sealed would be my best bet. Again, I don't think this is ever going to come out on the Nintendo Switch. We'll see. I just don't think it'll happen. There is a bundle for Nintendo Land that apparently is pretty rare. This one just simply has the Luigi Wii Remote Plus inside. So this is something that Price Charting only says has sold once in the past year. There's one of these available right now on eBay. I think they're asking for over $400 for this. I couldn't imagine that it was that rare. I do remember actively seeking it out once I saw that it was available. Bundles like these are just really cool, especially when they're from first-party Nintendo franchises. With a controller inside, it's going to go up in value. I never thought it would be worth that much, and I'm not sure if that's accurate, by the way. Price Charting has it listed around, I think, $77 or something like that, but there's not many sales for it whatsoever. Other than having the Wii Remote, there's nothing else different about it. Let me know if you know any information about this. I think it came out in 2013, which is 1 year after the first release of Nintendo Land at least. So maybe that's why it's a little bit more expensive or rare or just not very commonly stocked. I don't know. If you know something, please comment below. The fourth game's kind of controversial. The whole series is controversial. This is Paper Mario Color Splash. So this game did get a decent review. It got 76 on Metacritic. It's not that... I mean, it's pretty common. You could probably find it in your area. I would call it uncommon. You can find this complete in box, usually for something like $35, which actually shocks me that it's already kind of getting up there in price. It is fun, but keep in mind, we do have a map that you're kind of going level to level. There's not an interconnected world. I would not call this an RPG anymore. You are using cards, basically, in this game. You are filling them out on the gamepad, and you're kind of sliding them up on the screen to play them while you're going throughout the game. There's a lot of Toads in this, and I really wish Nintendo would allow, or Miyamoto would allow, there to be unique characters in Paper Mario games. I know we had a few of them in Origami King. I don't know why everything almost has to be a Toad copy and paste. Now, if you can find this factory sealed, again, you could probably pay something like $50 for it. It really hasn't gone up that much since it was released several years ago on the system, especially considering most of these go up over time. This game's 5 years old. I don't see this being ported ported over to the Switch anytime soon. We do have Origami King, as I said. I bought this one for roughly $30 to $35 factory sealed. That's a really good deal. Most of the time, like I said, it's around 50 bucks. Let me know what your thoughts are on Paper Mario Color Splash. I feel like I have the same thoughts with this one as the one that I do, of course, on the DS. That just, both of them with Sticker Star, not my favorite Paper Mario games, but a lot of people really enjoy them, and they probably deserve their score of around 76 for this one. I'm going to stick with Mario games for a little while now. We've got 4 to talk about. This is Mario Party 10. This is one of my personal least favorite Mario Party games. It's really strange because you all move in the same cart as you go around the map. It takes away a lot of the individual elements of the gameplay. The mini games are fine. There's actually a badminton mini game that I have a blast playing with friends on this one. I just think there's no reason for Nintendo to port this to anything. I think they've never ported the Mario Party games to other franchises. The Switch already has Super Mario Party, and I hope we get a sequel to that. I would love for them to go back to have like a classic mode in this game. They have a Bowser Party mode, but Bowser just always catches up to you and basically wrecks everyone. You can use Amiibo in this game. It's not great. It got a 66 on Metacritic. I honestly think that might be a little bit high for a game like this. If I'm going to go back to play a Mario Party, I'm almost never playing Mario Party 10. I personally prefer Mario Party 6, Mario Party 2, even Mario Party 8 on the Wii is fantastic. So that game, complete in box, is around $25. If you can find it factory sealed, like this one is right here, you're probably paying something like $34 to $35. I again bought this one for around 25 bucks, and again, I'm trying to stay above the curve for this. There is another copy of the game that is the red packaging, which is just a more recent release. That one usually, I would imagine, is not going to be worth as much as the original release is. Be really careful with any sealed games, by the way. You want to make sure you're probably getting the version from your area or region. There is a UAE version of a lot of these games in the bottom corner. There's some from Hong Kong. Just be really careful whenever you're buying some game like that. So factory sealed around 35 bucks. There is a big bundle of this. There's actually a lot of big bundles of this. There's one that comes with Mario, one that comes with Peach, one that comes with, I think, Bowser as well. Each of those is around like $50 to $60, complete in box, basically factory sealed. If you're going to get one of them, I really recommend getting one of the big bundles. I've been curious myself if I should invest and try and get the other bundles of them, because they do have sealed Amiibo inside. So you're getting a sealed Mario, you're getting a sealed Bowser, you're getting a sealed Peach. And there might actually be other variations, maybe with Toads. I'm not exactly sure. Comment below if you've seen other Mario Party 10 bundles. So normally they're around $50 to $60 for those larger box variations. Again, Nintendo cardboard is gold over time. I should probably get all the other variations. It just feels weird. Like, I've already got 2 copies of it, one factory sealed, one opened in the big box, and, you know, I might want to get the other ones just in case. What are your thoughts on collecting the same game over and over again? Gets a little bit repetitive, but especially trying to predict what's going to go up in the future. A lot of these, I think, if they're factory sealed, they might triple. Another Wii U exclusive Mario game is Mario Tennis Ultra Smash. Again, probably my least favorite in the series. It doesn't have a lot of merit for playing this long term. It's fun to pick up to play for a little while, but there's honestly almost no modes in this game. It feels rushed, and that's because it is. It's really just like an arcade game that's ported over to the Wii U. So is it a Wii U exclusive in that way? It basically is. This one got a Metacritic score of 55, and there's not enough to this game. You can use Amiibo, you can play singles and doubles, there are some different courses, but honestly you jump on and normally you're just playing and trying to win as many points as possible in a row, and it doesn't even have a full-fledged tournament mode or everything that I'm used to in the Mario Tennis franchise. It's really sad that this was the release on the Wii U. So complete in-box copy of this, you can probably get it around $15. Anything less than that, I think you're getting a really good deal. I was able to find this factory sealed again for $20 to $25 was the price point I spent on this one. Factory sealed, it is around 20 bucks. So right around that $20 margin. There is Mario Tennis Aces that's out on the Switch already, so I don't think this will ever see the light of day on any other system at any point. I think this will always stay a Nintendo exclusive. Not a great game, probably not going to go up in value that much, but if it's $20 now, I can easily see it going up to like at least $60 and tripling sometime soon. Let me know what your thoughts are on the Mario Tennis franchise. I'm excited for the new Mario Golf game, Super Rush, that's coming out on the Nintendo Switch. I hope they treat the other sports series like Strikers and Mario Tennis and Baseball the same way they're treating golf on the Switch. Another Nintendo published Mario game. This is Mario and Sonic at the Olympic Winter Games. This is Sochi 2014. Apparently, this is exclusive to the Nintendo Wii U, and it's never been out on any other system. I thought this might have seen the light of day on the 3DS, but I didn't, from my understanding. This 2016 version did, but this one did not. It is still crazy to me to see Mario and Sonic combined in one game as a franchise. So cool. Official video game of the Olympics, which is kind of neat. A lot of these mini games are actually quite fun. There's over-the-top dream events in this version. You can play online for as long as the Wii U is going to be online. It's going to be sad when that mode goes away. You can play 4-player, by the way, for this. It received a score of around 55. I think Mario Tennis was actually around 58. This one's around 55. They're both in the mid to upper 50s. Not a great score overall for this game. It's okay. And if you want to get it complete in box like it is right there, this one's going to cost you around $18. If you want to get it factory sealed, though, it's a lot more expensive. It's around $50 factory sealed. So for some reason, this one's a lot more than Mario Tennis Ultra Smash, probably because it's just a better game to a lot of people. It combines Mario and Sonic at around $50. So I got this one quite recently. I think I paid like 35 bucks for it. Basically, a little bit less than what I thought I would have to spend on it. Again, I'm getting this now before prices get crazy with it. And this whole franchise is a lot of fun. I like seeing Mario and Sonic in a lot of the Olympic games. The rarer one is the 2016, but it's not an exclusive to the Wii U console. I'm going to talk about Mario Maker later in the video, which is another Mario game, but it was on the 3DS, so I'm just going to hold off on some of those for a little bit later in the video. Next game up is Star Fox Zero, very controversial game on the Wii U. There's a lot of hate and a little bit of love for this game online. Essentially, Star Fox is one of my favorite franchises, or at least it was on the Super Nintendo and the N64. The GameCube Star Fox Assault was pretty good. Star Fox Command was fine on the DS. This game kind of ruins it for me because of the play style. It is kind of cool the way you have to use the gamepad, but honestly, I wish there was a mode where you could just look at the screen and play effectively. It did come in a bundle with Star Fox Guard, so you get 2 games basically for the price of one, which is pretty neat. Platinum actually had their hand in this game. So right here are the 2 different copies that you get. You get Star Fox Zero and Star Fox Guard. Guard looks a little bit weird on the side, by the way. It always looks a little bit more yellow than Star Fox Zero. So in Star Fox Zero, you got the e-manual, just like everything else here. If you are just buying Star Fox Zero, you can probably get it for something like $15. It got a score right around 70, just less than it, around 69, which is so interesting, the fact that it got less than Star Fox Guard. On Metacritic, this game actually has a higher score than Star Fox Zero. This one has a score of 74. You can probably find this on its own. It's only going to cost you like $5 to $7, and usually you're going to find them both together, of course. So Star Fox Guard, I did not have any sort of manual come with it. If you are buying both of them together, you're still probably only looking at paying like $15 to $20 to try and get both of them in this bigger box version. It's really inexpensive right now, and it's not that great overall. Just being honest with you, I don't love these games. I think they could be ported over to the Switch, but I really hope they get rid of all that kind of, you have to look down at the gamepad in order to aim accurately. I do have a copy of it factory sealed as well. This one still isn't even that much more, over 20 right now, probably $25 to $30 for it factory sealed. You might be able to do even better than that. Let me know what your thoughts are on the Star Fox franchise right now. I would love for Miyamoto to get out of the way of himself and stop trying to invent brand new gameplay mechanics and kind of just give fans what they want. Make a classic retro Mario game. They did, at least with Odyssey. They did a really good job there, but I feel like for Star Fox, at least just go back to the game basically on the Nintendo 64. That would just be perfect for me. They almost did that with this with a lot of the levels, but then they completely blew it with the controls, and a lot of people have a lot of hate for that game. Here we have Xenoblade Chronicles X. This is actually a game I could see coming out on the Nintendo Switch, so I'm not sure if this will remain a Wii U exclusive forever. This game is kind of a spiritual successor to Xenoblade Chronicles on the Wii. This basically is an open world RPG. You go over the giant world Mira with 5 different continents, kind of exploring and going about your own way. Again, no manual for this, just the electronic manual. This did have a larger collector's edition though that you should definitely be aware of if you are a collector. So that one looks like this. If you're going to buy the game once, I suggest you try and buy this version. Buy it once, buy it right. This comes with a lot of nice little additional things, including the soundtrack basically on a digital form right here. You also get this art card with it, you get the game, and you get a 100+ page art book in this. I do have an unboxing video up about this, and this is something that I don't see that often, and the prices are definitely rising for Xenoblade Chronicles X. So if you want just the game itself right here, you're probably paying about $35. If you are trying to get it factory sealed, like I have right here, it's probably around 40 bucks. I bought this one a really long time ago. I'm not even sure what I paid for this, but I do have one factory sealed still. $40, not that bad for a factory sealed game right now, especially with the quality of Xenoblade Chronicles X. It did receive a score of 84. That's probably the highest one I'm going to talk about in this video. This larger edition, though, probably goes for around $120. In really mint condition, it's going to be probably a little bit more expensive. A lot of the ones I see have a little bit of damage to the box. Mine has a little bit of crushing up top here that you can see. Overall, one of the best games on this list. I just don't know if it will stay a Wii U exclusive forever. A Kirby game on the Wii U. There weren't many of these. So this is Kirby and the Rainbow Curse. I can honestly call this game uncommon. I was searching for this game for the last 3 years until I finally stumbled across a copy that was local to me. This is actually not a platforming game that you're used to. You have to use the stylus on the Wii U gamepad, and you're basically drawing rainbow ropes to guide Kirby throughout the different courses, very heavily reliant on the gamepad, basically. You can use the Amiibo that came out with the game, so you had several different Amiibo, including Waddle Dee, but he's not listed here. You've got King Dedede, Meta Knight, Kirby, and of course Waddle Dee as well. So this one's around $28. If you can find it, again, no manual with the one that I got. Mine's not in mint shape. I have a little bit of damage right here. Looks like it's a crease basically on the case. Maybe I could switch out the case. No, I can't. It's actually damaged right there on the cover. Really hard to get that in shop. You can probably just see it right there. So this one is something that not a lot of people are aware of, that there's actually a Kirby game that's exclusive to the Wii U. Again, I never see this being ported over, in my opinion, anytime soon. If you can find it for 28 bucks, that's about right. If you can find a factory sealed copy, you're probably paying about $40 to $45. It is something that I'm going to try and go after this year, factory sealed, if I can help it. Kind of a strange, unique platformer that really requires the Wii U gamepad and, of course, the stylus. It could come to the Switch. I guess you could use your finger on the screen and it could work. I just don't think Nintendo's interested in porting a game like this over to the Nintendo Switch. Animal Crossing, everyone should be so excited, right? What a great franchise. Well, not this game. Again, a game that gets a lot of hate on the internet, deservedly so. This is a board game with Animal Crossing characters. Sounds like it would be good, but it's heartless. It does not have a lot of entertainment value for this game. I think Scott the Woz actually have talked about this in a game previously, and Star Fox Zero. Not a very good game. This game on Metacritic failed completely. It got a 46. You can probably find it for around $5. There is a larger variation of this that you can find that does come with 2 Amiibo. You get Isabelle and you get Digby. This one I paid 10 Canadian dollars for it, with the 2 Amiibo included and everything's factory sealed. It also has 3 Amiibo cards. It looks like Goldie, Rosie, and Stitches comes with this, so if you're interested in those specific characters, you might be able to find this for a really good discounted price. $5 if it is open, just for the game itself. If you want to buy it complete, it's something around $15, $15 or $16. And if you want it in this larger box packaging, it's probably around the same price, maybe all the way up to $30 at the most, because you are getting these 2 Amiibo with it. The Amiibo, by the way, are not in like a specialized box or anything like that. They're just in a plastic kind of sealed container, and the Amiibo cards are up there sealed, and then you get the game sealed as well. So these ones were on discount for $10, for $5. It's probably worth it just for the Amiibo cards and the Amiibo alone. It's definitely not worth it for the game. Let me know, have you ever played this game before? I personally never booted it up. This is still factory sealed. I have never at my point ever wanted to play this, especially once I saw the reviews and saw the gameplay for it. I just had no interest in this. I almost feel guilty. I feel like it's worth at least putting it in my Wii U once and trying it out. But really, I don't think it. 46%, what a bad game. Terrible decision from Nintendo, but it'll probably remain a Wii U exclusive. Another party game that's exclusive to the Wii U is Wii Party U. This is something that uses the gamepad so incredibly intelligently that it's actually kind of worth picking up and trying it out yourself. There are some games that you play just on the gamepad with two-player little baseball minigame that you can see here. Overall, this has 80 minigames inside of it. It does have a Club Nintendo insert and another insert that mine says, if you like Wii Party U, try these other games that might have been exclusives for a while. Then it has a Wii U gamepad horizontal stand little thing in here as well, because you can get a larger bundle for this. So 80 minigames, it's kind of similar in a way, I guess you could compare it to Mario Party, but honestly, it uses the gamepad way more intelligently. Even button smashers is really interesting with everyone trying to hit certain buttons on multiple Wii remotes at once. This game is not great in terms of review score. It only got a 66, which kind of shocks me. That's a little bit low. I would have got it probably, or gave it maybe something like a 70 overall. It is a little bit harder to buy because the price for this one's around $50. If you can find it factory sealed, it's around $80. And then there is the big box variation that I have right here. Hey, more Nintendo cardboard. This one comes with a Wii Motion Plus Wii remote right there. And this is probably a bit more expensive to find this factory sealed. It's going for around $120 right now for a factory sealed copy of this game. Not sure why this one's picked up so much. It's almost getting away from us to try and pick up and collect this game. So I'm not sure if it's going to keep rising, who knows, but $50 for this makes it one of the more expensive games on this list, especially for a CIB Wii U game. It's pretty good, definitely worth checking out and trying to play yourself. Sticking with the Wii U kind of franchise of games, there's Wii Fit U right here. You can buy the game on its own. You can buy a bigger box right here that does have the Wii Fit meter included, and there's a larger variation that comes with the balance board. That copy's actually at my wife's parents' house. She has the box and everything for it on its own. The game got roughly a 72 overall. If you're buying just the game itself, it's $10 or less. If you are buying it factory sealed, it's around $20, but this bigger bundle is around $50, and then the one with the Wii balance board maybe is another $5 or $10 more than that. Honestly, you can probably find this copy in this kind of box for something like $30 to $40, especially because you can probably find it in really good condition. There is a different color of the Wii Fit meter that you should be aware of. This is the black one. This one comes with a white variation. And like I mentioned, there's also the balance board. So this is a way to work out. It's kind of great for right now what's going on in the world, but it's kind of replaced with Ring Fit Adventure. And because it's called Wii Fit U, it's never going to be ported over to another system anytime soon. Even the balance boards, I find those all the time at game swaps, and they're really inexpensive. So if you were looking for something to play as a workout game that's really inexpensive right now, consider Wii Fit U. Now I'm going to get into games that are kind of exclusive to the Wii U, so I'll explain as I go individually one by one. This is Wii Sports Club. This is essentially kind of like a port of the Wii Sports game that we all know and love from the Nintendo Wii. You have all 5 games returning here: tennis, bowling, golf, baseball, and boxing, but they do have some additional modes basically right here using the gamepad. As you can see, you can look down and look at your lie, then you put the gamepad on the ground basically while you're playing golf, and some of the other games kind of utilize that as well, including pitching. So this game is pretty fun. I honestly do like this one. This one has a 68 on Metacritic. It's getting a lot harder to find for reasons, I guess it's getting expensive. This one's selling for around $50 to $55 complete in box. A factory sealed copy is up to $75 for this. I'm definitely going to try and get a factory sealed copy of this year. I'm going to try and get it for around $50 rather than trying to pay $75 for it. I'm going to be patient. I'm going to search locally and on eBay. It does come with an insert for Club Nintendo and then the viewing, the electronic manual overall. I thought that there was a larger box variation of this. Maybe there is worldwide somewhere. Let me know if there is. It honestly is a game that you've played over and over again. It's just kind of cool playing it with the different mechanics on the Nintendo gamepad for the Wii U. Next, pseudo Wii U exclusive, but not really. This one is The Legend of Zelda Wind Waker HD. That's what makes it exclusive. I would love for this game to be ported over to the Switch. I don't think this will remain exclusive forever. I would love to see Nintendo kind of bring Zelda 3D All-Stars, where it has like Ocarina of Time, Majora's Mask, and Wind Waker maybe all in HD. That would be great for this holiday season in 2021. There is another variation of this game that doesn't have the gold background. It just has a normal colored background. Just be aware of that. Most people want to get the gold background release. This fixes a lot of the small issues in Wind Waker, and it's one of the most gorgeous games on any system that I've ever played. The best part about this game is it introduces the Swift Sail, which makes sailing across the ocean a lot faster, and I think this is one of the best games ever made in the Zelda franchise. I don't care what people think about the cute kind of graphics. So that one's around $35 right now. If you get the colored variation of the box, take off maybe $10 roughly. If you can find it factory sealed, like the one that I have right here, then it's probably going for somewhere around $50. Not a bad deal, but keep in mind, there is a larger box variation that is crazy expensive right here. This is the Ganondorf Collectible Figurine Edition, and again, giant cardboard box from Nintendo. This is going for insane prices. One of the most expensive things that you can buy for the Wii U right now. This one, overall, I think is around $250 and up. It was selling for a lot less than that 6 months to a year ago, but recently it's honestly been going for $300 and more factory sealed. I was able to get 2 of these, so I have one that's open and I'm displaying Ganondorf in my Nintendo room, and this one is still factory sealed. Just be aware, Ganondorf kind of shakes and comes out of this just a little bit. You can see the plastic kind of peeking right through right here, but it is factory sealed. It does have a sticker seal on it right up there, as I said, and yeah, you're almost paying $275 to $300 for this. That is not an amiibo, by the way. It's just a really cool figurine of Ganondorf. Such an epic fight with Link at the end without ruining the game too much. My wife's actually started her Zelda experience, and we decided that she should start with The Legend of Zelda Wind Waker, specifically the HD edition, because it does fix the game. It's the definitive way of playing, and I really hope this one actually is ported over to the Nintendo Switch. So it's not really an exclusive because, of course, it came out on the GameCube, and I think it might be ported over to the Nintendo Switch, as I said. After Wind Waker, we have The Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess HD. Another game that was fixed a little bit, of course, on the Wii U system. This one works with the Wolf Link Amiibo. You can also use the Wii U gamepad controller to kind of help you on your quest. I hope this game also comes to the Nintendo Switch. It's great we're getting Skyward Sword in HD, but it would be so cool maybe if that Legend of Zelda All-Stars had 4 games, not 3. Maybe you could have Ocarina of Time, Majora's Mask, Wind Waker, and Twilight Princess. That would be a bundle worth paying for. They could probably charge for something like that a little bit more, maybe even $80, and I would for sure buy it. This game really feels like the true sequel to Ocarina of Time. It feels a bit more mature, more adult than Wind Waker, and it is very grandiose. There are so many dungeons in this game. It is crazy long experience, and you'll really get your money's worth for this game, but of course, not really an exclusive because it's out on the GameCube. It's just the HD version that is exclusive. So this one's around $80 right now. I don't know why this is so expensive. The Twilight Princess games have been going up. The cheapest one that you could get definitely is on the Wii. So this one you would hope to find for a lot less than that. You could probably find it for $50 or $60 if you're being a little bit more patient. I feel like that's really expensive for this game. Then there is the larger edition of this that comes with the Amiibo, the Wolf Link Amiibo, looking fantastic again in this larger box. So this game right here, factory sealed, is a lot more expensive. This one's around $150 to $160 if it's factory sealed, obviously in really good condition. So the game itself, right there on its own, I'm still shocked it's around $70 to $80. Factory sealed for this, though, is around like $100 to $115 according to price charting, and I tried having a look on eBay. Shocking, but really good game, and I really hope it does come over to the Switch. Also, I wonder what you guys think. Do you think if it comes on the Switch, will it drop the price of this game right here? Because then there'll be another way of playing the HD version. My guess would be yes. So this actually might be something that goes down a little bit. Not the factory sealed copy, and probably not the big box copy, but probably the open copy. I wouldn't imagine paying like $80 for that. I think it's going to come out again sometime soon. Hopefully, Nintendo, bring us that game. I am now going to talk about games that weren't exclusive to the Wii U because they also were released on the Nintendo 3DS. So that being Mario Maker. Most people will see this game released in a bigger box right here. So this is a really cool copy actually. I love this and it's pretty inexpensive. So you are able in Mario Maker the original to play Mario 1, Mario 3, Mario World, and New Super Mario Bros. U graphics. There's no clear pipes, there's no slopes, which is kind of weird, and you are no longer able to upload new courses. As of a few weeks ago, you can't upload new courses, but you can still play the old ones that are available online. Because of Super Mario Maker 2 being out on the Switch, I don't think we're ever going to see this game ever released again because you could just make new levels in Mario Maker 2. I think it's a good, cool collectible item, but once it's taken down online, it really feels like there's not a whole huge purpose to play this game anymore. Now, if you're just buying the game itself without the larger copy basically right here, which just have an art book with some ideas of what you can do for kind of making your own levels in the game, if you're looking at just getting a copy of the game, you can probably buy this for something like 17 bucks. It got an 88 on Metacritic, by the way. So like $15 to $17. You can play levels online, but you can't post them. Factory sealed right now, it is around $28. But if you want to get a larger box copy of it, still factory sealed. Mine's not actually has any sticker seals, but it is factory sealed, everything on the inside. You're probably just paying something like $30 to $35 for it. So it's pretty inexpensive right now. I don't think it's going to skyrocket in price. It might double, but I certainly don't expect personally for it to triple like a lot of the other Wii U exclusives, just because there's a much better variation of the game out there that is unique to the Nintendo Switch with Mario Maker 2. Then we have Super Smash Bros. For Wii U. Again, there's the same variation of the game that's for the 3DS. I do have that copy right here as well. So not really an exclusive. This one, I was able to find several copies of this factory sealed throughout my collecting career. It is a fantastic fighting game, of course, by Nintendo. All of you should know what exactly this game is about. And hey, look, you actually get a manual and you also get the Club Nintendo insert on the back of basically the back of the cover for the game. A lot of people didn't know about that, but Nintendo did that for a while. The Club Nintendo insert's actually just the back cover. Not really reversible, but you could have registered your games at Club Nintendo to get cool prizes. And now at least we're getting some physical items again from Nintendo, My Nintendo Online. So this game brings a lot of cool characters to the franchise, but Ultimate is just basically a better game in my opinion. I love playing this game though. I like all the Smash Brothers games. This one got a review score of around 92%, making it a very, very strong game and one of the best games on the system. I honestly would still play this game with my friends if they would be interested in it, but they're normally trying to play Ultimate rather than playing this one. So this one you could probably get for around like 15 bucks. You could probably pay it for like $12. Factory sealed, which I do have a copy of it factory sealed. Like I said, I found a few of these while I'm been collecting. Probably around 30 bucks, so not that bad to get a Super Smash Bros. Game factory sealed. I'm hoping that these do go up and up and up in price because it is such a fantastic game on the system, which makes them usually a little bit more collectible. It combines all the Nintendo franchises, and to get a factory sealed Smash Bros. Game for like $30, why not? There is the larger box edition that comes with a controller and the GameCube adapter. This is how you would really want to buy the game if you're buying it only once, if you're a huge Smash fan. Really cool to get a big box of this. But it's going to cost you. It's going to cost you probably around $120 to $150 to try and get this big box variation of it. I'm fortunate that I have two right now. One of them I'm holding on for my buddy Jordan. Jordan, there's your video shout out basically for this. So I've been trying to get that complete in box for him for a little bit of time, and I'm really excited to try and give that to him next time I can see him. So that's going to be a blast. $120 to $150. Definitely a great game on the Wii U. That was kind of a cool spin flip to finish that one off. By the way, there is a Steelbook edition that you can get for Super Smash Bros. On the Wii U. Just the Steelbook itself apparently might have been exclusive to Future Shop in Canada. Limited edition Steelbook. You've got Link, Mario, Pikachu on the front. On the back, you have Legend of Zelda, Princess Zelda, Diddy Kong, and Pit from Kid Icarus. So you got both of these together. It was basically like a pre-order bonus. It might have just cost you $5, I think, at Future Shop. But now the Steelbook alone is selling for like $50 and up on its own. Just be aware of its existence, anyone who's into Steelbook collecting. Here we have Yoshi's Woolly World, which was ported over to the 3DS. This is a really fun platformer. It's a lot more of a simple platformer. I would consider this to be a lot more of an easy game than Mario or Donkey Kong for sure, somewhere around the Kirby difficulty level. This game's probably not going to be ported over to the Switch because they do have Yoshi's Crafted World, which is a completely different game and different experience. So this one right here, it got a Metacritic score of around 78. You can probably find it for around $20. If you want it factory sealed, I think I have one of these factory sealed. I do, right here. This one, I think I got this for like 25 bucks. I wonder if I got a good deal for that or not. It's around $40 now factory sealed if you can find it. I think this is definitely worth picking up. I think it's going to double or triple, at least triple I would think, in the next few years for a factory sealed copy of Yoshi's Woolly World. And I think a lot of people are confused and think that this game was ported to the Switch, but it wasn't. Crafted World is a different game, and this was on the 3DS, which makes it not... I mean, it's kind of a little bit easier to find because if you want to play it, at least you have two different consoles that you might be able to play it on. The final game I want to mention is a lot of fun. This is NES Remix. This is a game that also kind of shares its existence with NES Remix Ultimate, I believe it's called, on the 3DS. This is such a cool idea that I really want to see Nintendo do this on the Nintendo Switch. They could honestly just re-release this. It is basically a way to play through all of these certain levels and experiences from the best games of Nintendo's history on the NES. And you kind of change them up a little bit. It's like classic gameplay reimagined, perfectly well said. Some of it's just like get a few coins in Mario on the screen, or just try and kill this boss, or use Samus in a Mario level. It's so crazy. This one includes NES Remix and NES Remix 2, and it includes the original Super Mario Brothers, but reversed, and you're starring Luigi. So instead of going from left to right, you're going right to left on the screen. That is such a cool way to play through that game. It makes it feel really quite new, honestly. And I really hope Nintendo maybe makes this game for the Switch, but why not SNES Remix? That would be so cool to see. This one got a score of 71 on Metacritic, costs $20 on its own, $32 factory sealed. I'm going to be trying to get this one as soon as possible because honestly, factory sealed copies of Wii U games definitely need to get those sooner rather than later. There you have it, my 14 games right here. It's actually a stack of 15, but it's got 2 Star Fox games. 14 Wii U exclusives. I'm not positive if they'll remain Wii U exclusives forever. Let me know what your thoughts are on these. Are you going to pick any of these up? Hopefully, maybe you could recommend me some Wii U games that aren't Nintendo published games, because there's other ones like Zombie U and so forth that are out there for the Wii U, but I wanted to focus on Nintendo games as much as possible. Maybe I could do a part 2 series of this for games that aren't published by Nintendo. So 14 games right here, and then 6 more that are pseudo kind of exclusives on the Wii U, totaling 20 kind of Wii U exclusives. Hopefully you've learned something new, or maybe you can reconsider or at least think about collecting some of these games and playing them if you've never played them before. The Wii U is honestly such a strange system. I feel like the marketing campaign really let it down compared to the Wii. That's probably worthy of its own video entirely sometime soon. Be sure to enter the giveaway one more time for the Mario wallet and the keychain right here. All you have to do is subscribe, like the video, and also comment below what's your favorite Wii U game and what exclusives do you think are worth picking up basically on the system. Thanks so much for watching, you guys. Stay safe. Go collect them all, keep smiling while gaming. You guys are awesome.